there are people who are vocal and who want to dominate others. When they are in the company of other people, they always try to speak loudly, to speak more than others. They want to prove that other people are nothing, I am everything. So this kind of attitude is against the spirit of social understanding. And this is what the author is elaborating in the next paragraph. He said, I believe that the rights of small people and quiet people are as important to preserve as the rights of small nationalities. When I hear the aggressive bullying horn which some motorists deliberately use, I confess that I feel something boiling up in me, which is very like what I felt when Germany came trampling like a bully over Belgium. By what right, my dear sir, do you go along our highway uttering that hideous curse on all who impede your path? Cannot you announce your coming like a gentleman? Cannot you take your turn? The author is very angry now. He is saying that because you are having a robust figure, because you are very vocal, because your sound is very high, does it mean that you should only dominate, you should only speak, other people should not be allowed to speak? I believe that the rights of small people, small here does not mean small in size, those who are small in number, those who are the minority, or those who are underprivileged, those who are less educated or uneducated. The author said, I believe that the rights of small people and quiet people, there are some people who talk less, who prefer to remain silent. They talk less, and when they talk, maybe they will talk really well also, but they want to enjoy silence. So small people and quiet people, their rights should also be given importance. Their rights should also be preserved. And this is not about the individual rights. The author is talking about nations also. That big nations, powerful nations, they should not dominate on small nations, small countries. The way America is dominating the world, whatever they want, this has to be done. For weapons of mass destruction, they invaded Iraq and they killed human beings, and they even they said it is for the sake of democracy. But when weapons of mass destruction are not found, what happened? This is what they are doing in the whole world. The author said that countries with large areas, with more power, should not dominate on small countries. In the same way as people having loud voice should not dominate on those people who are silent, who are less talkative, who are small in number. When I hear the aggressive bullying horn which some motorists deliberately use, some motorists means those who drive a motor car. Some motorists means some drivers of some vehicles, they sometimes make a bullying horn, aggressive bullying horn. The author said when they make it deliberately, it means without any need. They just make it. You might have heard in your streets also sometimes, they just out of fun or out of need they do it. There is no other vehicles in front, there is no other vehicles from which they need to have a pass or take over. So still they make a bullying sound. Pee, pee, poo, pa, they make all the way unnecessarily. The author said whenever any motorist do it deliberately, I confess that I feel something boiling up in me. I really become very, very angry when I hear these unnecessary horns being blown by some drivers. I confess that I feel something boiling up in me, which is very like what I felt when Germany came trampling like a bully over Belgium. This is a reference to the Second World War, when Germany trampled. Germany illegally they occupied, they trampled, they occupied Belgium, and it was a case of trampling. The author was very angry at that time. He did not like it. In the same way, when he hears motorists making bullying sound unnecessarily, deliberately, he becomes really very angry, and then he is asking questions, by what right, my dear sir, do you go along our highway uttering that hideous curse? Hideous means extremely ugly. Extremely ugly. When you go and make unnecessarily, you make some sound of your motor car, that author said that is a very extremely ugly sound. Why do you make some such sound on all who impede your path, all whom you face on your path, all whom you encounter on your way? Why do you make such unnecessarily ugly sound? Cannot you announce your coming like a gentleman? Like a gentleman, can't you come silently or with necessary horn only? Why do you make this unnecessary blowing of the horn? Cannot you take your turn? You can also take your turn. Why are you making unnecessary sound and asking other motorists to take his turn? Why this? These are certain things that at some levels, maybe it is a motorist or maybe the head of a country who make unnecessary sounds and they try to disturb other people's peace. And there is the more harmless person who has bought a very blatant gramophone. Blatant means careless. Blatant. And there is the more harmless person who has bought a very blatant gramophone. Gramophone, it is a kind of musical instrument, and on Sunday afternoon sets the thing going, opens the windows and fills the streets with this is the song, the first line of a song, keep the home fires burning. Like any other song that you may be familiar with also, for example, Tujhe Dekha To Ye Jana Sanam. That is what it is. Keep the home fires burning. That is the opening line of the song. And someone who has purchased a gramophone, the author says this is a careless thing. And then on Sunday afternoon he sets the thing going and opens the window and fills the whole area with the sound of this song. Or some similar banality. Banality means something that is trivial or commonplace. Banality means something ordinary. Banality, something ordinary. So what this man is doing, that is not something special. An old song you are playing on a gramophone, why are you disturbing other people then? That you are doing something very ordinary, it is not something that important, that needed. So, or some similar banality. What are the right limits of social behavior of this sort? If you want to enjoy an old song, enjoy it, but why are you disturbing the society, the surroundings, the other people in your neighborhood? Why are you doing it near your window? What are the right limits of social behavior of this sort? What is the limit? To what extent can a man enjoy his song? And why does his limit stop? That is the question. The author said, let us take the gramophone as an illustration again. Let us take the trombone as an illustration then. Trombone, the author earlier meant, and that if you want to learn the trombone, then what you can do is that you can go to the peak of a mountain and you can enjoy there, no issue. But if you do it in your house, then your neighborhood will be disturbed, they will lose their sleep. That right you don't have. Now, so far as this gramophone is concerned, the author is again taking the example of trombone, and he is saying, Hazlitt said that a man who wanted to learn that fearsome instrument was entitled to learn it in his house, even though he was a nuisance to his neighbors, but it was his business to make the nuisance as slight as possible. Hazlitt. William Hazlitt is a famous name in English literature. If you study English literature in your degree course as major, you will find Hazlitt's name. Hazlitt was a famous English essayist and critic. So Hazlitt gave advice to anyone who wanted to play trombone. What was his advice? His advice is that he says trombone is a fearsome instrument. Fearsome. Fearsome means terrible. If someone plays it, people will be disturbed. It is a disturbing element. Hazlitt advised people that if a man wanted to learn that fearsome instrument, if he wanted to learn trombone, he was entitled to learn it in his house. But even if he does it in his house, still the neighborhood will be disturbed. Here Hazlitt said that even though he was a nuisance to his neighbors, nuisance means disturbance. Hazlitt advised that if you want to learn trombone, you do it in your house, but even if you do it in your house, still your neighborhood will feel the nuisance, they will feel the disturbance, but it was his business to make the nuisance as slight as possible. He should take care, he should know that since my instrument, once it is played, since I want to learn it, but once it is played, people will feel disturbance, so I have to make the sound as low as possible. He must practice it in the attic. Attic means inside the room inside the house, in the interior of the house, not in the veranda or not in the outside room. It should be inside the house itself. He must practice it in the attic and shut the window. These are the advices given by Hazlitt for anyone who wants to learn trombone. He had no right to sit in his front room, open the window and blow his noise into his neighbor's ear. with the maximum of violence. This he should not do. He should not do it in the front door. He should open the window and practice it in the front room so that other people will be disturbed. This he should not do. And so with the gramophone. What advice Hazlitt gave to the people who wanted to learn trombone? Our author A.G. Gardiner says the same advice is applicable for anyone who wants to play on a gramophone. If you like the gramophone, you are entitled to have it, but you are interfering with the liberties of your neighbors. If you don't do what you can to limit the noise to your own household. The author said that if you like trombone, if you like gramophone, you can do it. You are entitled to do it, but you have to limit your noise to your household. Your noise should not go out. It should be within your house only. If you don't do what you can to limit the noise to your own household, then you are interfering. If you cannot limit, if you cannot restrict if you cannot confine the sound within your house and you allow your sound to go outside, then you are interfering with other people's liberties. Your neighbors may not like Keep the House Fires Burning. Keep the House Fire Burning, that song that you were singing on your gramophone. You like it, but your neighbors may not like it. They may prefer to have their Sunday afternoon undisturbed, and it is as great an impertinence for you willfully to trespass on their peace as it would be to go unasked into their gardens and trample on their flower beds. One important word is impertinence. Impertinence. It means showing rudeness and disrespect. Impertinence. Showing rudeness or disrespect. If you don't do the way Hazlitt has advised to learn the trombone, if you are playing a gramophone, you should do the same thing. What you should do? You should do it inside your home. You should be very careful that the sound is confined to your room only. It should not go out. If you do not do it, you are interfering with other people's liberty. And your neighbors, they may not like this song. They may prefer to enjoy their Sunday without any disturbance. And if you are still doing it, if you are disturbing this with the sound of your song from the gramophone, then what you are doing, the author is making an analogy. He is making a comparison. What is the comparison? He said, if you are still not paying respect to other people's liberty and you are making a sound that disturbs them, then you are showing impertinence. You are showing rudeness and disrespect towards others to such an extent that if you enter someone's garden and then there is the flower bed. Flower bed means in a piece of land he has grown flowers. You go there, trespass. The word trespass is used. Trespass means to enter illegally, enter without permission. Without taking any permission, if you enter someone's area, someone's compartment, then you are trespassing. So, if you are not limiting your sound of gramophone inside your home and it goes out and disturbs other people, then the author said you are showing disrespect to other people to such an extent, your disrespect is equal to the disrespect of someone who enters another person's area, another person's garden without permission, illegally, and going there, he tramples on their flower bed. He walks on the flowers. Someone has a garden in front of your house, and if you go there without permission, you go there illegally, and then you walk on the flower plants, the kind of crime you are committing, the similar is the kind of crime if you are not limiting the sound of a gramophone inside your home and allowing it to go out and disturb other people's silence. So this is what the author is saying, that you have to be conscious about other people's choice, other people's freedom, and the disturbance that your sound may create should be limited. You should take extra care that the sound that is being created by your musical instrument should not go beyond your home. It should not go and disturb other people. We have come almost to the close of the lesson, and we'll have another video in which the conclusion will be drawn. I am sure you will be with me again in the next video. Thank you very much for being with me.